It'll be nice to see some friendly faces this time.
The Nexus runs a support crew. Just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the Arks.
Means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one?
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
We all could.
Yeah. Rough ride so far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead. Here we are.
I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody? Well, this can't be right.
It's like everything's on standby.
If it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job of it.
Hi there. We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an Ark? Yeah, we just got in. But we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it. I'm Tyrion Kandros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Scott Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an Ark had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
Well, I've got a shipload of people that says we're here.
Of course, it's just... you're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center. Everything that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
Not as much as it means to us. We had one hell of a time getting here. Nice to see some friendly faces.
Hungry faces. Any supplies you can spare would be appreciated.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at him.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other Arks.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
I may not have been the first choice, but I'm ready for this.
Youthful enthusiasm will only get you so far in Andromeda.
That's no way to treat a guest. I'm Nakmor Kesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance to
Ma'am, the
prove-
Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
Taylor, where's Vetrat? The Hyperion is starting to...
Hello, Console.
You and I are going to be really good shares.
This is a nightmare.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one. The Kandros family is old military. There were expect. Then my sister became a sculptor, and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to...
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you...
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when we ran into a species we'd never... They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge. The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to, but it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
My team ran into some not-so-friendly locals on the way here.
They're called the Cat. We've sighted them on several worlds already. I've seen how dangerous they are firsthand. They could take the Nexus apart. Someday Addison will believe me.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket?
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths,
Why?
no one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
It's rough out there.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious... In fact, I could give you
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could...
Bye, Ken.
You and me both.
What am I going to do?
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So, maybe you could help. You're impartial. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was...
They don't exile you for petty theft. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you...
I'd be happy.
Oh, thank you. Please.
No stand.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken.
Ah, a murderer. Wife's here all... Nilken, you're moving up in the world.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile.
Your wife's all broken up over this.
She's... At this point, it's too late. I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't a...
There's more. I saw movement. Thought it was the Ket, and... Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
I'm so sorry, that's awful.
We were close. He was a stubborn son of a... But I was... Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't...
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros... Maybe there's still hope.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
No news on the Turian Ark yet. Or is this militia business? Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
It doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operation, and there's a recording of the perpetrator. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed. You... The Nexus versus colonist Nilken, evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
This is Nexus Control to Hyperion. It's good to have you here.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Scott Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of...
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Did you see any Ket in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. In retrospect, it is ironic.
I appreciate...
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a prop.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder?
Tan wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
I thought it didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree?
I oversee the entire initiative. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever.
An artificial energy?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the gold. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
The way I see it, you need me. If I pull this off...
But first, you have to succeed at being the Pathfinder
Where's my ship?
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Ryder.
I appreciate it.
I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human arc. We'll find them.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. Did you have some other business?
I'm looking into the Nilkenrensis murder.
And? That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get...
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
I'm hoping it proves something else happened.
This case has been a political nightmare. With all, I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
That's all.
Of course.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My
stuff exploding like this happened
back right after the mutiny. We had a lot of...
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Whoever's doing this has to be...
That's what I'm trying... I've scanned all the potential sabotage
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. Would you, if you have time, maybe you could help me? If they start hitting critical...
Sure thing.
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one. I've sent the location...
Please be advised. No, teenagers are now...
I don't know.
Find out why. Be careful.
Hello.
Yes?
Alright, moving on. Docking clamps?
Fully active and engaged.
Docking hatch integrity?
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the Saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
You're in the forest? What distance?
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the Saboteur used. Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
Yeah. Meeting Addison was...
She doesn't know you. I do.
I appreciate it.
I worked out logistics with Director Tan.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with...
Sounds good. While you're there,
Please be advised that Hyperion...
What's the latest about waking people up?
Zara Kellis? I have evidence you've been sabotaging the...
What? No, I'd never... Here. I'll transfer the scans.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to...
My scans point at Raj as the one. So...
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patil's. A third party seems likely.
The real saboteur could be setting you both up.
Because we both figured out something was going on? Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could...
You stay put, so I'll check out the security. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been met... This file is useless. Let's check another. And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another. This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Someone working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Biometrics do not match. Negative match.
Are on hold. Please await further instructions. Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
No, it isn't what we wanted, but what choice do we have? How the hell should I know?
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex. All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert. Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex. Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once. Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is
Dale Atkins, right?
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
We know what you've been up to. You're done here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing my...
Proof says you've been up to no good.
You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or... Neither was sending people into exile because they didn't agree. I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people. killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
We can't let you stay on board. There's no saying what else you're capable of.
Wait, you'd let me go?
If you call exile letting you go, sure. You leave and you don't come back.
I'll leave.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Yes. There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
All right, what happened?
To who?
Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything.
In the moment, it saved my life.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have left half our genes. Not home. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe after 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath. Right. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why...
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Something I can help you with?
But the planet was toxic. What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish?
I still reckon they had breather gears.
You must be the Pathfinder.
Thanks.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your SAM and the data you gather to solve...
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop.
You are always welcome. But your data on the skirt...
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
make it right, Dash. I promise. Pathfinder, I'm Nigel McCoy.
Welcome to Andromeda.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. My little brother Dash was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a settlement.
That's awful.
Yeah. We were gonna start. I have a pendant our father wore. Dash.
Of course.
In his digital journal, he mentioned a spot on Eos where he'd go to think.
Ryder, good to see you. Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yeah, but still, we lost a Pathfinder on my watch.
My dad knew the danger.
Now I just need to make sure your sister here pulls through.
How's Sarah doing? How'd this happen?
It was dumb luck, really. We hit the Scourge at the worst. It's a vulnerable moment, coming out of a 600-year nap, then wham! Circuit. Don't worry, I'm on it. We're not losing another Ryder.
Are you staying here on the...
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting too old? Ha, right, look who I'm talking to. Trust me, it happens. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the cat, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but...
We'll miss you, Harry.
Just make sure to raise some hell once in a while, will you?
Deal. How did you end...
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, is that... I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way I could. So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis. A chance to...
That's all.
Don't...
Ryder.
Hayes, how's the wound?
Doc says I'll live.
With no need to exaggerate.
Just glad to be on.
Latest about Wake.
Ryder,
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
we powered it down. Can't afford to waste. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Note are exempt. And I told him to keep their hands off Alec's quarters.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your... He was right about going planetside, though.
I wish you were still here. There's so much you could have taught.
You'll do fine. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn.
Hello, Scott. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Sam, if we're going to work together, you can't keep hiding things from me.
Apologies. I am simply following your father's wishes.
What was he keeping secret?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's... me, now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the...
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
That's...
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew some would fear it.
Yeah, he's got a point. So what does this mean for the two of us?
I find myself in an unusual position, though I had access to your father's experiences.
How so? Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strike...
But perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks. Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style. They call her the Tempest.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late. So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
Yeah. Let's go see the rest of Helios.
Hold it, hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Everything state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Glad to see you're doing so well, Scott.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really gonna be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Better head to the bridge when we're ready to go.
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table or just get the crew together.